This is the last street light on my walk before darkness. After this, there's nothing but farm roads into the mountains. That thing you see beyond the light, that's the moon. That's my companion this evening. I'm going to head up past the last street light, up into the dark woods, and the moon will be my guide. No flashlight, no lamps after this, just off into the dark with the moon. Alright, let's go. Bye-bye, street lamp. Into the dark. These leaves are dangling on a spider's thread. Can you see the web? I was walking along the road and it appeared right in front of my face, waving like this. Gave me a bit of a start. I'm next to a waterfall. Can you hear the waterfall down there? Very nice. My first encounter of the evening. A bunch of leaves waving in the gentle breeze on a spider's thread. Let's do a waterfall. Let's go see what else there is. Come on. Look, I found jewels. Can you see them glistening? Look everywhere. Let me stand back a little further. There's one. This little patch of grass has dew in it. Now, it's not too late in the evening. It's only about 11 o'clock, I think. Yet already dew has formed on the grass. Look at that. And I noticed it in the light of the moon as I was walking past. It was glimmering very faintly. Just the way moonlight does. Look at that. Lots of little diamonds here in the grass. I know that's an old analogy, the idea of a dewdrop being like a diamond. But there's something special about seeing it in moonlight as opposed to sunlight. The glimmer is very subtle. And I can't quite catch it with my night vision here. It doesn't quite come up the same. But we've got a nearly full moon tonight, and the dewdrops are just glimmering in the glass. Very nice. Okay, let's keep on going. Off we go. I do highly recommend hiking at night. There's something about being out after the sun has gone down, especially when you don't have any flashlight on a moonlit night, just relying on the illumination of the moon. Something about being out is really nice, especially here in Japan. And I'm right next to, I'm walking in between the rows of a vegetable garden. And there's some big plants here. Now I'm ashamed I don't know what this is. I sure do like these big leaves. They form beautiful pools of water on the surface early in the year when they're fresh. These are kind of it's late autumn. It's winter now, actually. They're kind of deteriorating away. Oh, there's some more of those little diamonds of dew. Anyway, you can see the rice harvest is past, and they've got the bundles of rice here between the rows. That's what you see there. Anyway, I'm walking along between the garden rows. Here we are. See, there's a little hummock of soil here between the two rows. Here's another row over here, vegetables over here. And I'm just walking along, very Japanese style. In the old days, before there were too many roads, everybody just walked amidst the fields on these little trails. And now I'm close to, here's some more things growing. I'm close to a big tree, a persimmon tree. Here you can see it here. And let's see if we can find any persimmons on it. It's maybe been picked off. I don't see any. It's really common to see persimmon trees out here amidst the vegetables. Nope, I don't see any persimmons. But let's see what we have over here. Oh, there's Something growing here. What's that? Oh, daikon. We have daikon. Let's take a look. Oh, growing out of there. I wonder if we might catch some bugs coming along to eat up the daikon. Here we are in the daikon patch now. Okay. Let's keep on going and see what more we can find. Let's walk along this trail here. See, they've got a little bridge here. Let's step over the bridge, a little wooden bridge. Walk along the path. Here we go. Further up the mountain. Let's go. I'm in a rice field now. You see the little stubs of rice? Let's go inside and take a close look. I'll step carefully amidst the rice here. Okay. Here it is. The rice was harvested about a month ago. You can see how the stubs still grow out of the ground, but it's too cold to really grow now, so they're pretty much finished. But what I can see in the moonlight that doesn't show up in the camera too well is something interesting over here. A big pile of debris. This is just basically a big, can you get a perspective on it there? Here's the rice there, and then there's this big pile of organic debris. And this is going to be burned, and this is a common sight that I see here in the farmers' fields this time of the year. The farmers are gathering all of their organic debris into a big pile. They'll burn it and then spread the ashes around. This is actually my wife's uncle's field, so I kind of know what he's up to this year. He's just finishing up everything. He'll wind everything up with this burning, and then pretty much be done for the season. Take it easy, sit back, enjoy the fruits of his labor until next spring. Okay, let's keep walking. Now I'm approaching basically a culvert where there's a large drop down into a hole. And there are usually salamanders and crabs, land crabs, living down in that hole. I'm going to peek over the side with the night shot on. Let's see if anything's alive going on down there. Let's take a look. Here we have a pile of bamboo. A farmer has basically stacked up many long poles of bamboo cut from a nearby bamboo forest. Hey, maybe I'll wander into that forest and go take a look. And they're all stacked up here. The farmer will use this bamboo for various purposes with his fields in the years ahead. Very interesting. Let's keep on going. Higher and higher, deeper up into the mountains. The moon is passing above the clouds, or the clouds rather are passing below the moon. Which is it? I guess it depends on your perspective. What a lovely sight, capturing a little bit of that beauty there. Let's see if we can move down and capture a little more of what the clouds look like. Big, billowy clouds passing overhead. Beautiful sight. I wish I could really pick them up better. You just get a very, very subtle impression in the camera, I think. Can you see the mountain there and the trees? Can you just pick that out? I'm sorry it's so dark. But I really want to share this with you. It's really a lovely sight. The clouds are just massive, and they're framing this valley so beautifully. And the moon above, wow. I'm really glad that you could come along and see a little of this. You know, Japan is a place where the night has always been a little bit scarier than in many places. The Japanese have many myths and many ideas about what's out there at night. Everything from the mountain Tengu up in the hills, watching people from the trees, to the Karasu Tengu, a slightly malevolent creature. Looks like a crow that waits for people in the woods. To the kappa, or the water imp. You can hear the water next to me? I'm looking up. Could something be creeping up on me now? The kappa are all too willing, according to legend, to creep up out of the water and come after a human unsuspecting on the land. Legend says, though, that if you encounter a kappa, simply bow, because they're very polite creatures, although they may be scheming to kill you, and they will bow in turn and spill the water that rests in a plate on their head. And when that water is gone, their power is gone, and they have to quickly return to water to regain their strength. And that's how you escape from a kappa. So if I see one coming now, I'll be sure to bow. But anyway, with all these creatures and more, Oni, Oni ogres up in the mountains, Yuki Onna, the snow woman who breathes her cold breath and brings death. All of these creatures and ghosts and all kinds of things. It's no wonder I never see anybody up here. I always had these late night hikes all to myself. I guess that, however, though, that it's hard to be afraid of ghosts, and I really don't think about them too much. I get a little spooked sometimes, but it's hard to really worry too much about ghosts when you yourself are a ghost. And sometimes I feel like a ghost when I'm up here in the mountains after dark where nobody goes. I never see a soul. I feel a little like a ghost walking through the vegetable fields, creeping along the streams, walking through the mountain trails with just the light of the moon, and sometimes not even that. Who wouldn't feel a little bit like a ghost? Well, the clouds have passed, revealing the full moon, nearly full moon again, in the beautiful valley below. And I think it's time for me to head on my way again. I think I'll go a little further still before I head on home. See what else is up here, and to see what other thoughts might come to mind. Thanks for joining me for a few thoughts under the moonlight here in the valley of Yada in central Japan. Take care. Bye-bye. It looks like I'm not nearly as alone as I thought. Look at this. I found a Jizo. Very peaceful figure looking over the valley. Who can feel uncomfortable walking when you know that these peaceful and lovely figures are watching over us, as they have for centuries, and someone's taking good care of it, giving it some flowers. Thanks for watching over things, Jizo. I feel a lot better knowing that you're watching after us. Take care.